Here's everything we know about STOLAS from Helluva Boss in under 3 minutes. STOLAS of the Ars Goetia is one of King Payman's many kids, and the first time we see him in the show is on his birthday. We don't know how old STOLAS is at this point, but he's clearly pretty young and yet to go through puberty. On this day, he got given his grimoire and also was informed about his arranged marriage to Stella. His reaction to this was so bad that Payman took him to the circus, where he immediately became mesmerized by a young imp performer called Blitzo. Payman would pay off the ringleader cash to have Blitzo be Stolas' playmate for the day, and Stolas would view this as his first ever friendship. He also started to fall in love with the other, something we see in his body language throughout the day. The two wouldn't meet again, at least as far as we're aware, for the next 2 decades. In Stolas' young adulthood, he would marry Stella, and soon into that arrangement, the pair would have a daughter, Octavia. She would be the only good thing in Stolas' life for quite a while, as Stella was both physically and verbally abusive to him throughout their marriage. Whilst part of the marriage's failure was due to Stolas being gay and just not wanting to be in a relationship with a woman, the majority was due to Stella being horrible to him. Because of this, Stolas is on a steady prescription of antidepressants, or as they're called in hell, apparently, happy pills. Stolas would finally bring up the idea of a divorce after the imp he befriended as a child, Blitz, showed up at his palace and the two had a night of fun. After this, Stolas and Blitz would begin an affair that would last several months before the divorce between him and his wife was finalized. Stolas has many powers that are unique to him, as well as some that are just pretty cool. For one, as a Goetic prince, he is immortal and only angelic weaponry can kill him. He has his demonic form that we've seen him transform into a few times. He can turn people into stone, something we see in Lululand. He can also possess humans and reanimate their bodies like we see in Truth Seekers. He also has the ability to perform all the spells in his grimoire and has memorized many of them. However, as of season 2 finishing, Stolas doesn't have any of these abilities anymore. Hobby-wise, Stolas didn't have the option to figure out what he enjoyed doing much as a child, as his entire life was focused around his princely duties. However, in his adulthood, he found a love for gardening, and he also is really good at drawing. He also has a love for words, both in reading and writing. This is pretty much everything that happened prior to the start of season 1. Obviously, we have a whole episode that covers Stolas and Blitz's relationship before the show began, but here was my attempt at a concise list of everything.